morning, everybody. Park Rat Pat, right here. Whew. Hope everybody's day is getting started off good. We'll give a few minutes for people to roll in here. Let me go ahead and take a look at who we got going on so far. From back at the top of the conversation, we got, let's see, Dan B, first one in the house. Good morning, Dan. Good to see you. Darby Sound Home Detecting. Blistering Barnacles. Way to go. Good to have you all here. Let me keep scrolling. Past and present. How you doing, Pat? Always good to have another Pat on hand. And let's keep going. Dana Reed. Good to see you here. Lyle Okamoto. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Danny boy, just to dig in. Hanging in there. Waking up. Let's see. Okay, so something went wrong in here, as it looks like past and present was hidden by Chillin' and Grillin' with Dan B, and was unhidden by Chillin' and Grillin' with Dan B. And be careful with those buttons, people. We're all still waking up. Problem averted. Okay, good deal. Oh man. Oh, it's morning. Shane Bennett, how you doing, brother? Good to see you here. Had a day out metal detecting yesterday with Kimberly. See, still waking up. And we had a good time out there. I found a Civil War Navy button, and that was pretty phenomenal. She got a great silver ring. Got to be very old. And everything's worked out, Dan. It's cool now. But yeah, definitely a good day. And yesterday, the heat definitely kicked our butts. There was no doubt about that. I mean, both of us feeling sick from the heat. But after a 2-hour drive to get to where we were going, we were just going to keep pumping it out. All right, everybody, put your hands together. Kind of dark on screen there, but we got Mr. Shane Bennett, the West Oz Adventures. How you doing this morning, brother?
How's it going, Pat? I can't turn the light on because, well, I can turn the light on, but I mean, I'll be mobbed by bugs in the next couple of seconds, so I'm not going to put that on. It's getting hot out here, and
PD,
every time I
morning.
open my car door, I get all these bugs coming in. So, yeah, and sorry I left abruptly last time. My battery power ran out and the Starlink shut off. So,
quite all right. We didn't have far to go after that anyway, so it was good. I was trying to wake up this morning myself, and I'm not one of those people that's like ultra organized. Some people like get their finds and they're like, oh, here, there, and this pile, and I pretty much throw stuff in bins and bags, and I'll get back to it later. So I've got tons of stuff to sort through all the time and get rid of the change and the junk finds. And yeah, yippee, it was a spoon. Throw that out, you know.
You know what happened to my mate the other day? We moved camp, and he lost his gold container, which had about $2,200 worth of gold in it.
Yikes!
And it was a bit worrying because, you know, we go halves in all the gold we find.
Yeah.
But he ended up finding it.
Oh, good deal, good deal.
On the ground, luckily. Jeez.
Mark TBH, good morning, brother. The link is posted at the top of the chat if anybody wants to come up here and help a brother out and look at stuff in junk. PC, speaking of organizing, I got a bowl full of stuff here.
G'day, Blistering. How's it going?
Cute little discussion thing. I got so many of these
Mr. Dan B, how you going, my
fake
friends?
Spanish coins that are all over the place here in Florida. I'll find like 20 of these in a trip. I don't even bother to film them anymore.
Fake Spanish coins. What are they like? This fake galleons.
Yeah. Yeah, and they don't have to put copy on these because it's not an actual copy of a coin. It's just some little junk trinkety thing with coin-like elements.
Oh,
then,
yeah.
You know, so
It's like a token.
yeah, they hand them out to the kids all over the place here, and these end up all over the beach and playgrounds, and
Ah, yeah.
newbies find these and they're like, oh my god, look what I got. And it's like, chill. I said, this and 10 cents will get you a cup of coffee. It's, you know, I got a old gold necklace there.
What are they made of? Cupro silver, Cupro nickel.
Yeah, sometimes they might be nickel plated, but most of the time it's just this crappy aluminum that corrodes out. So it's not even a good kind of metal.
Oh, aluminium. Jeez.
Oh yeah,
I dug a bit of aluminium the other day in the creek, and then when I checked under the signal again after I took the bit of aluminium out, there was another signal there. Then I dig right down past the rocks and stuff, and then I got a nugget, and it was about, I think, 0.75, 0.8 gram, and then I got another nugget in the same hole.
Junk ring. This bowl seems to have a lot of these fake reals in it. This one they tried to make look gold. It's a part of an old cap gun, toy cars. See, when I look at stuff like this, and it's like, well, I was going to organize it, but I'll organize it later, you know. And this is how Park Rats World goes until it's time to actually do something about it.
G'day, Mark. G'day, past and present metal detecting.
What's up, brother? Martin Smythe.
How you going?
Awesome to see you here, brother. Whew. So, upcoming events. Let's get everybody on the list here. I will be gone from this coming Wednesday until the next Monday. I'm going camping, getting the motorhome ready, taking off for a few days, and I'm going to be deep out there. I'm not going to have any internet service, and I'm going to have very patchy cell service, so there will not be a Sunday show next week, just for people to be up on that.
How big's your camper, Pat?
32 foot.
32 footer. Gee, that's pretty deadly.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you what, just the maintenance alone is, you know, $4,000 to $5,000 a year.
Wow, you want to use it then, eh?
Oh yeah, I use the crap out of it every chance I can. Johnson Family Adventures. Good morning, Pick, Bean, and Sprout. Good to have you all here. So,
you might want to get yourself some Starlink, Pat, if you need internet out there, because you can just pause it whenever you're not using it. So it only charges you for whenever you're using it.
That's pretty cool to know. That was one of our.
Look, where I am, I've never had phone reception or internet in all the years I've been metal detecting, because I'm in the desert in the outback, and I've just got my little Starlink satellite out there, just chuck it out there, and bloody away it goes. Next minute, internet, all good.
Nice, and you can shut it off and you're not being charged, huh?
Yeah, you just pause it when you're not using it.
That is good to know. I'll have to let the wife know, because we've been thinking about it. You know, when we get out into the desert and places that are just way too far out,
Well, it's just handy to have because if you run into a problem out there and you're by yourself, you know, you might not see anyone for a while, and if you're low on food and water, it's not a good situation to be in.
Oh yeah, good. Well, safety-wise, definitely for sure. Now, right after that, I'm gonna have just a few days to get ready, because, as you know, October is Rattoberfest. So, currently working on the current Rattoberfest stickers. I'm hoping to have a series of 3, and we'll be giving away a sticker pack every day during the month of October to celebrate Rattoberfest. After that, a little bit more time getting stuff together, and we'll head into my normal Advent giveaways, which we do from December 1st to December 25th. We got over 52 prize packs ready to go for that. So there's going to be a lot of packing, a lot of shipping, a lot of mailing. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. But, oh yeah, it's going to be busy for the next few months. And, of course, you know that during Rattoberfest and the Advent, usually how it works is I'll make a video today, and everybody who comments on this video is eligible for the pick the next day. Then everybody who comments on that video is eligible for the pick the day after that, and so on throughout the month. You can win more than once. It's totally possible. I've seen some people win 3 or 4 times, and that's absolutely okay. But that means every day I've got to put out a fresh video. I don't just have them sitting here like, oh, let's pick the next winners and I'm a week ahead. No, because it's a day-to-day thing. So that's every day of putting out a video for almost 2 months in a row. Takes a lot out of a brother. So I'll be getting started super early, and every morning doing what I can, getting the video together. Hopefully there'll be metal detecting videos. If the weather doesn't allow, then we'll be doing sorting and cleanup and looking into the past. Yes, every sticker pack's going to have the toilet stickers, and the old toilet sticker that everybody knows and loves. Plus, we will be having the new toilet sticker in there, the aromatherapy chamber Namastink. And I'm possibly thinking about throwing in a few of my bottle labels. As you can see here, this is Purified Lejeune. Ask for it by name. Those of you who live in the States will get that. But there's some little stuff going out there. I see Tom Kingery in here. Good morning, brother. Guidos, happy to see you. Thanks.
Do you find many gold rings, Pat, while you're detecting the parks?
Oh yeah. I'm not one of those guys who like keeps track of, oh, I've got this many silver rings or that many gold rings, but I have a bowl of them. I've got
silver rings.
I've got a container about this big with just the gold rings.
Silver rings are really easy to find because they ring up a high tone on any metal detector.
Oh yeah.
But gold rings, if you're finding a lot of gold rings, I mean, you got to dig a lot of rubbish. You got to dig a lot of pull tabs to get there.
Oh yeah. You got to get all them low tones. You gotta go
man.
If
you're finding all them gold rings, man, you know what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of people
know what I'm doing. When I started detecting in this town, I was the only one that did it.
Oh yeah.
And I wasn't even on YouTube at the time. It was just I was the only one that did it. So I would go down to my local park here, the smallest park we've got in town, but it was closest to work. And as soon as I got off, I could go detecting before the sun went down and come home. The first year out there, I pulled over 170 pieces of jewelry. Tons of,
Wow.
tons of gold rings, silver rings, necklaces. And I mean, I was finding rings. My first gold ring, maybe up here or it's inside, but huge. Like I could fit both my thumbs in it with a date on
Oh,
it of October 1964.
wow. I'm glad my first gold ring wasn't that big because I gave my first gold ring to my mum. Had a diamond on it.
It was an incredible time. It was that way at every park. I could walk into a park I hadn't been to before, go to the bottom of the slide, find tons of toys and craps, usually a ring, earring, necklace.
Yeah,
By the swings, the
nice.
mom's losing jewelry.
Yeah.
So my first year and a half of metal detecting in this town, I was just king shit. I had a great time. And then I was like, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. It's going to be awesome, man. And once I started my YouTube channel, my town was dried up because I'd freaking hit everything.
Yeah, see, I wasn't doing YouTube when I started finding all the gold rings, but I found like 40 gold rings at my local lake, and I was putting photos on forums, and all these people were telling me, oh, you know, that's just rubbish. You can't do that. You're just a liar. And then so the next time I went out, I posted a photo of my 2 gold rings I'd found that night, and then I posted a photo of my bag full of rubbish that I dug to get them 2 gold rings. And they're like, oh, all right, yeah, you know, like I'd like, you know, 60, 70 pull tabs to a gold ring sort of thing.
Yeah. When I went to the local metal detecting club to hang out with those people for a while, and I don't know, the club groups are just kind of a different breed to me. And these people are like, oh, that's awesome, you got this and that. And they're like, where'd you find it? And I'm like, well, over at the park there. And guys are pulling me and saying, don't tell people where you find your stuff. Don't tell people where you find your stuff. They'll go there. It's like, I don't care if they go there. You're only going to find what God wants you to find. If you've got one chunk of ground in your life that you can hit, when it's your turn to find a gold ring, one will be there.
I kept all my spots pretty secret because I pulled 40 gold rings out of one spot.
But for me, here's the thing is, if it wasn't meant for you to find it, it could be right on the surface and you're going to miss it. You know, you're only going to find what God wants you to find. So I'm not afraid to share my locations and tell people, yeah, man, I hit the big park over in Bradenton and wow, go on, do it. See what's out there for you.
But even now, Pat, I'm out here in millions of acres of desert. And I won't even tell people which town is like within 300 kilometers of me, sort of thing. Well, because it's gold. Gold is gold, you know.
You're in a different ball game too. You're doing this to take care of your family and make your life. You know, I'm just a guy out there swinging my thing, looking at pretty girls in the park. And yes, that's exactly how it sounds. Yeah.
You want to dig all the rubbish and all the pull tabs, then you deserve all the gold rings. But see, where I was digging was in a lake and it was sand and it wasn't as hard as digging in grass, so I didn't want everyone down there. I cleaned that out before anyone figured out where I was.
I found some great stuff yesterday, and by great stuff I mean regular stuff, but I'm using the Xterra and everybody says, oh, the numbers are jumpy and all of this. And I've finally got my touch fine-tuned in enough where I'd swing over a junky signal and catch one little good chirp, and I'd move around and listen to all the sounds, and I'd go for it, and there would be the dime. That one little flash of the 78 on my machine, surrounded by like 9 nails and part of a hinge.
Yeah.
You know? So I wanted to, either way, if the dime hadn't been there, I'm going to dig this. Because if I get all those nails and all that trash out of there, it's going to make it easier for me next time.
Well, that's it.
This place yesterday, we had already hit, but it was a different day.
Yeah. My AT Pro made it the easiest for me. I remember one night, because I was just digging every single signal, even iron signals. And
Better do that.
one night I dug out this massive piece of iron and I went and put it in the bin. And then when I come back and I checked the hole, and there was still signals in there, and I got a bloody 2 diamond rings out of the hole under the bit of iron.
Nice. Yeah. One of the biggest, baddest signals I ever got was out in Idaho. It's huge overload, junky area in an old ghost town. And I dig up, I could not lift it. I had to stand it up and roll it out of the way. And it was the wheel from a mining cart. And when I got that out of the way and redetected in that little area, maybe the size of a desktop, just it was a small space, but that thing throws off a lot of energy. Yeah. I got one faint little good signal, and I went down and I got a little thing that said sheriff. And so this was the tag that the sheriff in that old town wore. And then more signals in that area gave way to shackles. So I figured I was in the area where the jailhouse was, maybe, but if I hadn't gotten that rusty gold out of the way, I wouldn't have found the cool things.
Well, you see, when these areas are too rubbishy to detect for relics and coins, what we like to do is get a couple of milk crates, the crates that all the milk bottles come in.
Yeah.
And then you set up a screen on top of it, or just like get some trestles and set up a screen on top of it, and then shovel out the junk pile, and all the dirt falls through the screen, but make sure the screen's small enough so no coins or jewelry are going to fall through.
Yeah, go and then you just 1/4-inch mesh.
Yeah, and then you just screen everything off, man. And the guys over here are finding lots of badges and stuff just in amongst all the rubbish, Yeah, anyway, I need to get another beer, so I better do that, eh?
There you go. Mr. Goldpan and Dutchy, good to see you here, brother. Thanks for stopping in. We got Petey Sandigger in the house. Didn't read, just going back, making sure I ain't missing nobody, and making sure everybody's got a wrench if they need one. All right, the link is posted at the top of the chat. If anybody else wants to come up and hang out with us this morning, you are more than welcome. Past and present needs a wrench. Let me see. Bing, 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 bing. There you go. Added moderator. Alrighty, Pat, you've been wrenchified. And thanks for the heads up on that one, Dana. Leo Wright, good morning. Haven't seen you in a dog's age, son. Hope things been treating you good out there. Silver Wrench, good morning, good morning. Welcome aboard. Just to kind of wake up talk going on here. Having a beer and calling it a Sunday morning.
It's so funny. You're sitting there having your coffee. I'm sitting here having a beer.
Yeah.
About to go to bed because I've had like heaps of beers, and by the time you start streaming, I'm always pretty smashed, and mozzies in me camp.
And now the bugs are coming at you. Mandy's Candy, good morning, girl. Good to see you here.
And it's going to be too hot to sleep out here tonight. It's not even summer yet.
Oh, man. I figured by now, doing this for so long, you have like a workaround for all these kind of problems.
Well, I sort of get used to it, but at the moment, we're transitioning out of winter straight into summer. Like, spring doesn't seem to exist out here anymore.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just got hot real quick, man. It's taking me out of me. And I've nearly run out of beer, I've nearly run out of water, and I still got a week to go out here if I can make it that long.
It's rough. I mean, it's hot here in Florida, and Kimberly and I are experienced, but we were out yesterday, and the heat was so dastardly. I mean, I went through 4 sodas, 4 waters, 2 Gatorades in the course of like 2 hours. You know, we stop at McDonald's to take a break and clean up. And I go to the bathroom. My piss is as thick as toothpaste, and I've been slamming the fluids. But it sucks it out of you fast.
Well, it's not summer here now, but if you come out here in January or something, like me and my friend have come out in January sort of thing, and we drink like 2 liters of water each before 10 o'clock in the morning, and you still have a headache from dehydration by 10 o'clock in the morning. So you have to get the Hydrolyte, mix that with your water, just so you can stay hydrated, and then you sort of got to sit under the trees or in the camp or wherever you can for most of the day and just go out here and there. But I mean, while we're doing that in that kind of heat, one time we found $10,000 worth of gold in 8 days. So, it's sort of worth it.
Yeah, and they were talking yesterday. Rob was having a stream, and one of the guys was talking about, things are already dried up. They're drying up in the future. There ain't going to be nothing to find because everything's mostly gone now. There is always going to be something to find. If I can go out and I can find on a public, somebody's yard, and find a Civil War button, there's nothing in this country that's hunted out. Nothing. Okay.
I got 2.2 grams of natural nuggets this morning in about 2 hours over a spot I've been over with my old metal detector.
Morning, Heath.
Oh, g'day, Heath. How you going, you big dog?
In the future, for metal detecting, the sport might wane off. People might lose interest. The amount of machines coming out will go down, I'm sure, because the amount of people buying them is going to go down. And
I can't wait for the new Mine Lab.
There's going to be that fluctuation, but no matter how good technology gets, this is a game of inches and angles. You swing over it this way, it sounds like crap. You go this direction, you don't hear it at all. You go that direction, it sounds beautiful. You come in from the other side, it's a totally different number. So depending on how people are hunting, people can be walking right over good stuff that the next person's going to find. Some bug trying to steal his car keys.
Fuck, get out.
I hate
Get off me.
When you open the door to let one bug out and 9 more come in.
No, I think I got it out. It kept jumping on my arm and my face and my phone. And I had a mouse living in my car for the last week and a half. But I think it's been that hot that it might have jumped ship.
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear it this morning. The bastard didn't wake me up. The mozzies woke me up instead.
Have a great day, Jim. Thanks for stopping in, man. Get out there and do your thing. I think I missed back there just a short piece. Leo says, have not been detecting. No more equipment. Well, poop, man. We got to try and get you armed again and get you out there swinging.
Man, I just lost one.
This will be that time of year when channels are giving away metal detectors. So check them out. Get in on those giveaways and contests.
I lost one of my thongs out the door, and I don't really want to open the door because more bugs will try and come in.
Yeah, and well, you know, the camera's only on you from the chest up, so nobody's gonna see if you got your underbritches on or not.
No, my thongs are on my feet, bro.
Oh, flip flops. Okay.
Yeah, fuck. What do you think this is?
I figured you were just wearing thongs because they kept you cooler. You know?
I keep forgetting you Americans don't know what thongs are.
We know what thongs are. Y'all just confused.
No, we all know that the thongs go on the feet, right?
All right, then what do you call the cute little underwear that goes up the crack of the ass?
G-string.
G-string. Yeah, man. That'd be like a T-back, maybe. I don't know. We're going to have to get together and unify this stuff.
We'll have to make a dictionary of the Aussie versus the American slang so we can put it all together so we're not all confused anymore.
Same with the people over in England. I mean, these people, I'm over there, Rob Random's on, Roseanne.
Well, he's a loose bloke, he is.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, these people had never heard the term butter your biscuit. To them, it was mind-blowing. They're like, what do you mean, butter your biscuit, right? So I had to explain that, and they're dying laughing. It's like, okay, it means something different in their country.
Yeah, that sort of means something different here, too.
Yeah, and, you know, fanny pack. Well, you know, that's a different thing, and a fanny is a whole different creature in their world.
And in our world, actually, us and the English people have got a little bit alike.
It's good stuff. So, always have great laughs when I get on one of their streams.
There's always some confusion whenever I get on one of yours or Brewers or anyone's streams.
Yeah.
Such as our thong schmozzle we just had.
It's a thong to cover your biscuit, right?
No, the thong goes on your foot, protects you from the prickles. Not the pricks, the prickles.
The prickles. What do we call those around here? Sand spurs.
The ones we got out here are so big they go through your thongs, which are like bloody, probably 10 mil thick. No, actually more than that. What am I talking about?
Oh, there's one field down here that I hunted a couple of times. I had to stop hunting because I'll be out there in my good shoes, my heavy-duty sneakers, you know?
Yeah.
And these thorns are about 4 inches long. And they stab right up through the bottom of your shoe like they're nothing. I've hunted all over Florida, and that's the only place I've ever found these kind of thorns. And after about 12 steps into the place, it was like, yeah, I'm not coming back here. As a matter of fact, I'm getting out.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound like much fun.
Oh, no. But going through it all and dealing with all the trash, because this was like one little cleared out area that the homeless were using for an encampment at one point years ago. I pulled a lot of trash, and then I pulled 2 silver-plated candlesticks. I figured somebody must have stole them out of a house or something like that. But the good stuff is out there. Could be. It could be a tree thorn because, man, those things are bad to the bone. And the only other tree I don't like to hunt near is the monkey puzzle.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You know what this thing is? This is a bloody stick insect. Have you guys got these?
Oh, yeah, we got stick bugs. I get them here at the house. They'll be, 8, 9, 10 inches long. Yeah.
He's flying on me. This is what I got all in my car. Get out of my face, you fuckwit. fuck off. But yeah, that's
You see, that's why you need to put the light outside the car shining through your windshield, and all the bugs will stay out there.
it's too hot to not have windows open though. So even if we got a light out there, it's just going to attract them to here, and then they're going to come in here. And
You do got to put up with a lot out there. But again, that's that whole thing. If you don't put in the work, you don't get the reward. A lot of guys say, "Oh, it'd be fun to be out there and hunt with Shane and find some cool stuff," and they don't realize that,
it's a fat time. Come and have some fun.
Oh yeah,
I'm burnt to a crisp. I got a shitload of bugs in my car. I'm gonna get waken up before the sun comes up by flies and mosquitoes.
And nobody can come to hunt with you unless they sign a waiver. Yeah. So, I'm not responsible if you get botfly larvae in your butthole.
The problem is I don't want to be responsible for anyone getting lost. This place is huge. You go walk out there for a minute and you don't know where your car is, and that's it. You're gone. You don't get back by lunchtime, you're probably gonna die.
See, I would put a helium balloon on a long string and tie it to the antenna of my car so I could see it a further distance off.
Nah, it doesn't really work like that out here. Well, out here is not bad because you got hills and stuff for landmarks compared to a lot of places that I've been. But as long as you park near a hill and you know which track you come in on, you should be right, you know.
But even experienced people get lost out there, you know.
A lot of people go missing out here and never get found again. It's pretty weird, actually. I'm thinking about starting to make some YouTube stories about it because it's quite a common occurrence, to be honest.
Dude, you make the YouTube stories about it, and there'll be less people heading out the bush trying to find out where you're detecting. Because it'll scare them.
Yes, I think I will have to start making some of those stories.
Show them the evil side. Show them 6 more days to go and these bugs just ate my last sandwich. Show them that. You know?
We've got a week left and we've run out of beer. Imagine that. Nah, I've done that before. Not doing that again. I'll bloody go home if I have to.
Mystic Librarian, good morning. Dana Reed wants to know if you could follow your tracks back if you got lost out there.
Well, because I'm a native Aboriginal Australian, sort of like your American Indian, you know what I mean? Like, my uncles and my elders and all that, they know a lot about tracking. So, yeah, it's kind of in the family. So, yeah, I can follow my tracks back most of the time if I get lost. But generally, I just like to park by a landmark, a little hill or a little rise or something, and then have a good look around. And then I'll count how many creeks I go over if I'm going out for a walk. I'll count how many creeks, and I'll count how many creeks coming back. So, yeah, but I normally can track myself, but on some of this rocky ground, you don't really leave footprints. So I drag a chain a lot of the time anyway, just so I know what part of ground I've actually covered. So I drag the chain so I know I've already been here. No point looking for gold here. Or if there is gold here, then the whole paddock will get chained out.
Yeah. When I'm out in the woods, like out in Idaho, I got 300 acres to myself and I'm off grid, and I head off into the woods. I'll go a little distance, maybe 20 yards, 25 yards, stop and look behind me to see what it looks like when I'm coming back.
Yeah.
And if I make a serious move, like I go off to the left or go off to the right or whatever, I'll find some sticks or stones or whatever I can that's around there in the woods, and make a little marker on the ground, a pile or an arrow pointing in a certain direction, so I know which way to go to get back. Because I've been lost out there before, and after 2 or 3 days, you're feeling really desperate. So, yeah, I've learned to leave markers all over the damn place.
We've been lost in the outback in the dark, like when we were climbing up hills to try and get phone reception before we had Starlink.
Mm.
And we found phone reception, and then I was a bit drunk, and then we went off the back of the hill instead of the other side of the hill, and then we're walking around in the outback where there's no one for hundreds of kilometers for a couple hours until we ran into our camp again.
I did that out in Oregon. My dad had a trailer at the bottom of a nice hill, and I had some crappy weed, but you know, when you're at a different altitude, weed can affect you differently. So I set out straight up from Dad's motorhome, straight up to the top of that hill, as far as I could get to the very tip top, smoked my joint, hey, got a little bit extra buzz from it, and then started heading straight back down the hill and got lost. Just trying to walk a straight line down. Came out on a road eventually. Didn't know whether I should go left or right, because if I go right, I'll get to Grants Pass in about a mile. If I go left, I ain't got nothing for 30 miles. So, you know, say my prayers.
In our bush, it's not that bad because you all think that everything wants to kill us. But the thing is, there's nothing that we really can't kill with our bare hands. Well, there's not too much we can't kill with our bare hands in our bush. But you get lost in your bush without a gun, like, you could be in all kinds of situations. You got like mountain lions and bears and shit, all that
Moose.
kind of stuff.
And
moose, yeah, them moosies.
What I like to call piranhakeets, which are these tiny little yellow birds I encountered out in Idaho. And when you get in their area during nesting season, they swarm you. These things are all over. They think they're going to kill you, and they think they want to kill you, and it's because you're too near the nest or the babies. And
what, like bees?
I call those piranhakeets, but
they come at you like bees.
Yeah, they do. So
that's crazy.
There's always something. Even the cute stuff is dangerous.
Yeah.
Swamp donkeys. Yeah.
It's not too bad out here yet. I haven't found any snakes yet. Pretty big spiders. We had to do one in the other night because he was too big and he was too close to camp.
Yeah.
Not really what I like to do, given it's his environment, but
I can handle bigger spiders better than little spiders.
There's
little bitty spiders I don't like. The big spiders, like tarantula size or a little bit bigger, those I'm okay with because you can spot them, you can pick them up, and you can move them.
Yeah, these ones will mess you up though out here.
I got no problem picking up big spiders. Never have.
Yeah, you won't pick up one of these. I've been chased by these ones before. They live in holes in the ground. Mm-hmm. They don't live in webs. They live in the ground.
Oh yeah.
And they come out of the ground at night, and I've tried to scare them out of my camp before, and they chase. I shot one time because it wouldn't leave me alone. Yeah, man.
And I've encountered big old sugarcane spiders in Hawaii.
What as big as a crab?
Oh yeah, they're monstrous. Sugarcane spiders get huge.
Pat, can you send me one of them so I can put it in my mate's bed? Because he's hate scared of spiders. I'll have to film it because he might have a heart attack.
But you would see the kids out in the sugarcane fields, just picking them up and throwing them at each other as a joke. You know?
Really? What? They don't what?
I'm sure they do at some point, but if you grab a spider between the second and third legs, pinch and pick them up, they freeze up because nothing in nature usually comes at them like that. And from that point, you can toss them over somewhere else or throw them in a garbage can or whatever you feel like doing.
Bro, I'm not touching a spider in Australia. That thing gets hold of you, you swell up.
I've been bit by some pretty nasty spiders. I got bit twice on the crack of my butt by a brown recluse. That's not fun.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
hard.
that was 8.5 weeks of healing and still left nasty scars, but thankfully nobody but my wife looks at my butt. So I'm good.
Well, I mean, I'll come over and have a look maybe one time.
All right, man.
Sure
Appreciate
you
that.
would.
I'll just have... Shut up, Heath. How you
Yeah.
going?
Sure, we've got
Put
plenty
your
of beer.
camera on, Heath. Put your camera on.
No, dude. No,
Yeah,
I'm
go
good.
on, do
It's
it.
too early. His hair's still in curlers.
Oh, he's still got the fucking curlers. Got the perm going on, Heath.
Mm-mm.
Getting his perm in for winter.
Mm.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, Dana,
Yes.
those coconut crabs are freaky for sure.
Yes, we should get a Heath and put him in Heath's house.
Look, don't be mad at me, but just because I bust your balls about a game that you can't actually shoot in, you've played it enough where you should almost be a master at this point, and you still
I
suck.
don't know. I don't even play that game anymore, Heath. They've gone off the scale. They've gone all woke, and I'm not into it. So
Keep
You won't
digging
say-
up
you-
and connecting.
you won't see me playing Warzone again.
Good morning. Good morning. And we got She Digs UK Row. What's up, girl? Mhm.
I'm gonna be playing
She's one
Grand
of the
Theft Auto
buttered
from now on.
biscuit crew that I was talking about earlier. I thought
Picking
that
up
was so
hookers.
funny. Oh, it's great.
Good morning, Pat.
Oh, how you been doing, brother? Haven't heard from you in a while.
I'm alive and kicking for right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I feel the same way myself, man.
You
I've
haven't
been-
given me some shit for a hot minute, Heath.
I know
What's
it
been
sucks.
going on? Nah, it's because I haven't been active though.
I've been trying to be, but I haven't been up on a lot of live stream panels because at the end of the day, these things got to go. You know, and the last thing I want to be is up on screen all apple faced. So,
See, your streams at a good time for me because I'm always drunk by this time on a Sunday night and sitting here watching YouTube after I just finished my dinner. So there's no reason I shouldn't stop in and just say g'day.
there you go. We'll have to plan that one of these Sundays. I'll drink too. And then people can decide whether we're night drinking or day drinking.
What, in the morning?
Yeah,
Jeez.
dude, I'd have a beer right now if the old lady wouldn't bitch at me. Ooh,
Yeah.
what am I going to do today? I'm going to do this show, I'm going to do Rob's show, and then I'm going to go back to bed.
My old lady would probably leave me if I was drinking beers at 8 o'clock in the morning as well.
Yeah, you have to wait till she leaves, like around 9, and then start drinking.
Generally, I just do what I want. I go outside and drink beers, and if she comes out, I'll just act like that beer's not there.
Yeah. Like, oh, that was from yesterday's pile. It's probably warm. Take a swig. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's got cigarette butts in it. Ugh.
You got to do what the good alcoholics do here, Shane. They take the beer and they put it into a to-go cup from a gas station that they got coffee in.
hmm
Bro, I used to drink red wine out of Coke bottles.
My boss used to drink red wine out of a coffee mug, serving people.
You seen that show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
hmm
They, were just, they drink anything out of anything.
That is, look at past and present. Got a 200-mile bike ride planned for today. Gonna be a ripper. I hope you're talking about a motorcycle and not a pedal bike.
I'm pretty sure he is, because no one's going to be that keen.
I don't
There's a
know.
lot of people that do, man.
I used to do about 60 miles a day on my bike back when I was in my 20s, just to stay in shape, which
That's how.
wasn't really necessary because I taught tennis for a living, so I was in pretty good shape.
Better off putting them miles on your missus and then good exercise for everyone.
Oh, yeah, well, I'd like to put some more miles on her. Yeah, maybe I'll go back to bed a little earlier today.
Oh, gee, I'm a bad influence here.
Come on, honey. This is how they do it in the Outback.
Talks cheap. She ain't gonna allow you near.
So crumpets for breakfast, you reckon, Pat?
That's it. I have my wilderness sex merit badge I'm trying to earn. Put a lot of miles on the motorcycles, that's for sure. I haven't ridden since 2010.
It's not like you don't have one to ride.
Well, I got 12 of them here in the garage. You can't tell.
He's got 16 paces of several there behind him.
Oh, yeah. I used to have a used motorcycle parts shop, so I'm kind of inundated with the stuff.
Stuff. All the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
See, my missus throws all that shit away while I'm out bush, and I come home and I'm like, where's all my fucking good stuff gone? And she's like, what, all that rubbish that I threw away? And I'm like, oh, man.
Pat, I got a question. How come you haven't been bringing them to the swap meets down there?
Because it takes a lot to move all this stuff around, and I'm an old man. Good morning, Paula. Yeah.
Did you sell your Jeep door cover things, Hafe?
Not yet.
Nah.
New bike Thursday.
I don't know why you Americans love Jeeps so much. They're so rare in Australia. No one drives them.
Can you guys keep things rolling for a second? I got to run inside real quick.
Yeah.
Me and Hafe will run this show for you, bro.
I will be right back.
You'll be demonetized when you get back. So you reckon the Jeeps are the go, Hafe?
Certain ones, yeah. Like the older ones that are still in good condition, they bring a good penny. At one point in time, the Toyota Land Cruiser was big here. It still is to certain people, but again, the older ones, they bring the money. The
Land Cruiser's all it is here. Really, that's all anyone drives out in the desert. Because you want reliability, and plus Jeep parts are pretty much, you can't get them in Australia.
They're pretty rentable here. It's just it depends on what year your Jeep is. Like mine's an 87 and an 89. But the frames on them, they're in perfect condition. The tubs are almost perfect. Well, the one tub really is perfect. The Jeep's worth probably anywhere between $6,000 and $8,000, just the way that it sits. But I'm not getting rid of the damn thing because it's a rarity that I actually have it. Oh, and Shane bleaked out. We lost him. So much for his Starlink. Let's look at some comments here. Good morning, Keep Digging. Good morning, Paula.
And I'm back. Oh no, it looks like we lost Shane.
Yeah, mid conversation with him, and he just like bleaked out.
I see him there. I see him. He's back.
All chitter chatter about
Starlink. My Starlink, Hafe, it's my beer intake that's the problem here, alright? But anyway, talking about them Jeeps, that one dude that I watch, it's that Matt's Off-Road Recovery. You seen that on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fan of the white or JKs. I'm just not a fan of them. They're not all that. His Jeep, the only reason it's actually is what it is because he's gone through it and fixed it up nice. But those Jeeps particularly have problems. They really do. The frames rot out on them. They're terrible up here anyway. But you go out west where they don't use salt on the roads, and the Jeeps usually last a great deal of time. However, the newer ones now, they are literally just absolute junk. You get 5 years out of them, and everybody's selling them.
Yeah. I've got an old Jeep over here, and I mean it's like a 2001. And the engine is strong as hell. The transmission is tight. Everything's on it's good, except the frame and shit is so rusted out, we can't drive it anymore safely.
Right.
You know, the guy's like, oh, yeah, don't take it over 30 miles an hour. Don't leave town. Don't tow it anymore. You know, so it sits here waiting for a good deal to come on a Jeep that's got a blown engine or a transmission or something so I can swap out and have a tow vehicle again.
My Land Cruiser's 2001 as well, Pat. But it has literally like zero rust in it.
You don't use salt over there, though. That's the thing.
Well, we use salt over here. We don't get snow. Oh,
Yeah,
has it stopped snowing there yet, Heath? That's what I was going to ask you before I cut out.
No, it's not snowing yet. A couple months and it will be.
Those are great
so you've
mornings,
stopped
man.
running into cars and buildings and shit with your loader. Now that you can control it on a bit of dry ground.
Well, when you don't have chains and you slide,
Yeah, I know. I've seen you at work.
I'm looking forward to another snow season.
Yeah, so am I. I'm looking forward to seeing a few more fences and buildings getting demolished.
Yeah, the fences are minor. That's why they have fence companies to fix them.
I can't wait to see someone come out of a building and yell at you when you hit it. Because you hit them all the time. And don't even lie. It's on live stream.
I only destroy the fences. Although I almost took out a tractor trailer last year. That sucked. That
You get
sucked.
pretty precise with that thing, man. I'm impressed. It's like I'm waking up still, stretching, and you're out there cutting in and making. It's like no way. I'd kill somebody or break something.
Hauling ass wide open.
I'm not impressed that he doesn't listen to me and flip over all them cars that I tell him to.
You just can't do it like that.
Back breaking metal detecting in the house. Good morning. Good to see you here. Swamp Rat Nation. How you doing, Swampy? Good to see you, brother.
I'm not checking the chat again, so if there's any questions directed at me, let me know, because I'll just close it out again.
Definitely will. And
Heath will try and blame my
everybody-
Starlink. And it's
remember
not
to
my
hit that thumbs up. It helps us out. Really do appreciate that. So definitely give us the old thumbs up.
Why gold? Morning, brother.
Morning. Good to see you here, Rob. Speaking of Rob, we got about a half an hour before FL Thunder does his big thing. We're starting at 9 o'clock, so I'm going to expect everybody here to head on over, give him a big Park Rat raid. I'll be co-hosting with him today because Charlie is unfortunately ill. No, it is not the election variant. He's just got a cold. So everything will be good.
Shane, in about an hour or 2 hours or so, I'll try to do a video of the other black Jeep that I've got that is in pristine condition. And I'll post it on YouTube.
You know what you should do? You should get on your bike and do a burnout and post that on YouTube.
Why? Why waste the tire?
Why? It's not my tire.
Right. But I'm an adult, and I don't have to do that dumb shit anymore.
Well,
No,
come
you're
on,
an
mate.
adult and you can afford to do that dumb shit now. Do it.
Come on,
Do
mate.
it.
Australians would just do that shit anyway.
Yeah.
You're all morons.
Hey, the tire's
Oh, come on now.
Anyway.
Come on now. We're not morons. We live in the life, mate. We live in it to the
Right.
fullest extent.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
wouldn't it be cool to have your YouTube nickname be Burnout? Hey, Burnout, what's up? You know?
Yeah.
Burnt out Heath. Burnt out.
Yeah. Used to love doing burnouts in the cars. Just
Speaking of burning out,
feel that hot rubber
Sorry.
coming in through the window.
That's why I've got a full-time four-wheel drive with tires that are $400 a piece, so I can't do burnouts.
Oh, and you sit there and give me shit about doing burnouts.
Hell, if I could
I
do a
can't do
burnout in the
burnouts.
motorhome,
I
I
have a
would.
full-time four-wheel drive. How do you think that works?
Horsepower, man. Horsepower.
Yeah.
All four wheels are driving. I can't do burnouts. It's not possible.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
it is.
I don't
Here's what you do: you get going really fast, and then slam on the brakes and skid. You know, same effect, right?
It's a 2.5-ton vehicle, bro.
Make sure you've got enough room in front of you.
Oh,
Called horsepower.
there's a fridge in the back held in there with a bit of Telstra rope, or probably telecom rope, as you guys probably call it. And if I hit the brakes hard, that fridge is going to come flying off the back and take me through the windscreen.
You can get one of your dumb buddies to lean up against it in the back and hold it in place.
There's no seat in front of it. I took the back seats out so I had weight reduction while I'm prospecting.
Man, you just stacked the deck against yourself. That's hard.
No, I just do what I got to do. And my fridge just turned off, which isn't good.
Hey, have you checked out those bodega coolers? It's a big electric cooler fridge, but it will also freeze.
I've not heard of it, but my freezer, have you ever heard of an Angle?
No.
Well, Angle fridges are massive in Australia. I bought this fridge when I was 21, so I've had it for more than 10 years. I've had it for more than 15 years, let's put it that way. And this freezer's still going strong. It cost me like $2,200 or something, though.
It's going to break down any day. Now that you mention it.
Well,
Shut
those
up, mate.
bodega fridge freezers, they run about $800, but the things are beasts, whether you're solar powered, 12 volt, plugged in, they just keep going. And they got a lot of great reviews. I was thinking about taking the refrigerator out of the camper altogether and just replacing it with two of those.
Well, you could do, like, it's probably sort of similar to our brands. The next one I'm going to get is probably going to be an Evercool because they're a lot cheaper than the Angle. But I'm going to just get my EcoFlow and plug the fridge in. So back to freezing my meat because my meat's pretty defrosted and I still got another week out here yet. And
Good
thing
luck
I
out
vac
there,
sealed it
Fluffy.
all.
Find some good stuff, man, and stay ahead of this heat while you're out there. Good morning, Rob. Welcome aboard. Good to see you here, sir. You'll be starting your show in a few minutes, but if you want to come up on panel for a couple, the link is at the top of the description there. All right. Make sure I'm not missing nobody again. Yeah. Rob's already got a wrench. He's a good guy. There we go. Maurice Nations, good morning, brother. Welcome aboard. Good to see you here. Of course, Kimberly Creamer showing up.
Yeah, my lithium just ran out as well.
Yeah.
I'm just plugging the EcoFlow into the fridge, eh?
BC, what's going on, brother? Good to see you here.
It better be sausage, egg, and cheese, BC. Sausage, egg, and cheese.
Oh yeah.
How about a bit of kangaroo cheese and Vegemite roll for the morning?
Australians and that Vegemite shit.
Dude, I like Vegemite. Absolutely. That and Marmite they're awesome.
Vegemite's awesome. Marmite, not so awesome. But Vegemite's pretty awesome.
I like Marmite because I had that first when I had a friend from South Africa that moved over here. And they got me into that. And then I had the chance to try Vegemite, and I was like, oh yeah.
Oi, Pat, have you got some Vegemite at home?
No, we don't have any here now, but we can buy it at the store.
Oi, I'll tell you what, next time you get Vegemite, make some toast, put butter on it, and thinly slice your cheese, put your Vegemite on, and then put your cheese on, thinly sliced.
Yeah.
Vegemite and cheese on toast. Oh, thank me later.
Got to.
Hey, I'm gonna come over there and bring you some Vegemite.
No, I'm good, dude.
I'm gonna put it in every beer you open while I'm there. You're gonna hate me. You'll probably pull out the blunderbuss and chase me out the track.
You know, Pat from Past and Present says Vegemite with avocado and bacon is awesome.
Oh, I hate avocado.
I don't know, but anything with bacon is awesome.
Well, bacon makes everything awesome.
Oh yeah, man! I'm gonna eat like a pig when this is over. Now we've got all my hunger nerves awake. It's like, what can I come up with inside?
I don't eat anything all day, like literally until the evening.
Yeah, I'm usually a one meal a day kind of guy. I might have a snack, a piece of cheese or a piece of beef jerky or something, throughout the day. But I find, especially here in Florida, if I'm full and it's hot, this is not the time to be outside.
My cat come in and he's bringing ticks in. You little bastard.
Oh.
I might be eating a lot more this summer though, because I'm thinking about getting a smoker and a little rotisserie. So I'm gonna do a bit of outdoor cooking. But the problem is in Australia, you can't really barbecue or anything in summer because we got fire bans, so you're not even allowed to use your barbecue.
That's all you need, one of those solar cookers.
Yeah, one of the tubes. Oh, what the hell are they? The sun.
Yeah, those evacuated tubes are nice, but I've seen the kind where they get a 5-gallon bucket and they have the reflective cone that goes like 3/4 of the way around, and then they'll set a black pot in front of that. And it don't take any time at all for boiling water or baking a cake or whatever it is you got going. Those black pans, especially the cast iron ones, they get hot fast.
Yeah, right. I've not seen this before. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah. Look up solar cookers. There's several different varieties, a great price range, and at least 3 or 4 you'll look at and go, well, shit, I got the stuff for that in the garage. I mean, literally, this one guy makes one out of that windscreen cover that's all reflective. Curls
Hold
that
on.
up.
Our windscreen and their windscreen are completely different. Ours is actually a screen. His is the pane of glass.
What? What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about the windscreen of the car. I'm trying to talk in a way that he understands here. So you fill that up in a 5-gallon bucket and put your black pan in there, and you're good to go, man.
Yeah, so the tint off your windscreen.
Yeah.
I know what a windscreen is, Heath. Everyone's got a windscreen. They're the big fucking window on the front of your car, mate.
Yeah.
Man,
usually with a crack in it.
Oh, yeah, mine's cracked from one end to the other. So is the missus's. I'll have to find some more gold and get some new ones.
You see, that's the great thing about Florida. I don't know the rest of the country, but here, if you've got a cracked windshield, they replace it for free because they want everybody to have a good windshield.
What?
Oh yeah.
What? It's gonna cost me more than $300 to replace my windscreen, man.
No, we've replaced the front windshield, the windscreen on my wife's car 3 times now. My car twice, the motorhome once. Hasn't cost us a dime.
What?
Rock flies up and you got a crack, hit a bump, and the crack gets bigger. You call Safe Light, they call your insurance company and send someone to your house the next day. They do
Dude,
it
I'm
in your
I'm just gonna call them and tell them that I live in Chidley and see how long it takes them to get there.
That's it. What you need to do is register your car in Florida and say, yeah, well, I'm here on holiday, and fix my windshield, right?
Ship my car over there for a windshield. I think it'd be cheaper to replace the windshield here somehow.
Oh, they can probably work with your local insurance, yeah.
Plus, the cops would pull me over every 5 seconds for having a right-hand drive and driving on the wrong side of the road.
Oh,
the right side of the road, and
No,
everyone
well,
else is on the wrong side of the road.
as long as
No,
you
no.
stay on the proper side of the road, you can have a right-hand drive car here in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't even know how your roads work. It's from the
We've had
videos I've seen
several.
on YouTube, it seems like they just don't work.
That's because
We
you
have
have
right-hand drives
dash
here.
cam videos.
They're the only good videos, aren't they? You don't want to watch a civilian walking down the street with people driving normally.
Oh man, some of my favorite videos to watch are the drive-by baptisms. Those always make me laugh. You know, somebody
In the
on the sidewalk and they get splashed by the car. It's like,
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. I like watching Donut Operator. But that guy had a new video out this morning. Made me laugh.
ooh, crazy about murder. Dana Reed did her first sandbar kayak camping. That sounds like a blast. Bring along plenty of adult beverages and whatnot. Mrs. Candu, good morning to you. Glad to see you here. We've got a few minutes left in the show, and then we're going to be heading on over to Rob's live stream. Charlie is sick today, so I'll be co-hosting over there. Everybody should pop in, give a thumbs up, and we're going to let the fun happen. See how it goes.
Good morning, Mr. Candu.
Hell yeah. Oy, 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 oy.
Not working day, hey, for what?
No, well, kind of. I got to go help a buddy of mine put his backhoe on his tractor, and we got to dig out some stumps.
There you go.
Oh yeah, so you're already on the way, are you?
No, nope,
Well,
sitting at the house.
that's a bit slack, isn't it?
Yeah. Remember, he's still got his curlers in. He's not going anywhere.
Oh
Right.
yeah, still getting. You got that perm going on. Put your camera on, Heath.
Dude,
No,
do you know how freaking hilarious Heath would look with a perm?
Bro,
ridiculous.
if he put his camera on right now, we'd be able to see the little rollers all up in his hair.
Nope,
See? Nope.
that's for private times. It's $24.99 a minute to see that, Shane. When you gonna chip up?
I tell you what, if I send you a link to mine for a free subscription, you give me a free one.
No, nope.
What?
I don't know you. I don't know you
I haven't
that
got as
well.
much hair as you, but there's other things.
Oh yeah.
OnlyFans isn't cheap, you know.
There's another thing you should look into, Shane, for cooking. It was real popular back in the late 70s, called the Carbecue. And it's a sealed box, so no dirt or anything can get inside of it. It attaches to the manifold of your engine, and there's an actual recipe book. So if you're putting hamburgers in there and you lock it up all sealed, you know to drive for 20 minutes and your hamburgers are done. For steak or chicken or whatever, it tells you, okay, put it in, drive for 35 minutes, then add this seasoning, turn everything over, drive for another 20 minutes, and your food's ready. So when
Yeah,
you're in a situation, it's like you want to eat when you get where you're going. You start your meal ahead of time, pull over, do your thing, and
in Australia, man, we don't use attachments for that. We just put we wrap up a meat pie or wrap up whatever in alfoil and just shove it in there alongside the exhaust, the manifold there, like you said. And yeah, when you get half hour, 45 minutes down the road, you got to feed.
Right. We do that here too. We'll wrap shit up in aluminum foil, put it on top of the intake on the motor. We'll go for a couple-hour ride during the winter and pull over for a snack and pull out a hot dog, grab a hamburger.
The biggest downfall.
Yeah, you know it sucks when you pull up and your snack's gone.
What got me was when my dad had one, and we were doing our thing and feeling all groovy. When we would go through a town, and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna cut through this small town. We'll stop and get sodas, and then back on the road. So we pull into this small town, and Dad does what he's got to with the seasoning and flipping everything and putting the potatoes in, and I run inside to grab soda and go to the bathroom. Well, when he's done with his thing, he closes up the car and comes in the store because he wants to get his beer and all this stuff. We head back outside. There's like 20 dogs around our car. It's like trying to get out of the parking lot without running over one of these dogs was just trying to get in the car. They were just all over it. So all the way out of town, we had a whole pack of dogs following us until we could finally get over 25 miles an hour.
Something smelled good in there, eh?
Oh, yeah. That was real good eating, man. I think we had pork chops that day, and those suckers were so juicy. I miss hanging out with my dad. Good morning, Swifty.
Pork is literally my least favorite meat, but if you marinate it all good and you cook it properly, then it's fine. It's lovely.
Pork is good just about any way cooked.
Yeah, I like pork.
See, in Australia, we got
chicken,
fresh lamb, beef.
I've done had about enough chicken in my life.
Rack of lamb is good.
Well, you see, you buy meat from the shop, you cook it, and you get a pan full of water and tasteless meat. You buy a sheep from a farmer, and you cook it, and it tastes like meat.
First off, why are you cooking anything in a pot of water?
No, you don't. That's what I'm saying. The stuff you buy from the supermarket here in Australia is injected with water to make the meat heavier, to make you pay more because they price it per kilo.
Right.
So when you start cooking it, all the water comes out, and suddenly you're boiling your chops instead of frying them. But when you buy meat off the farmer, like we do, we used to farm our own meat back when I was a kid, but now we buy meat off farmers, and it is not got any water in it. And it's lovely. And it tastes different.
Yep. Fresh meat and store meat are way different.
Oh, yeah. Well, store meat's old, you see. They store it for ages before they sell it to you.
Yeah, but some dried aged meat is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to still see the blood coming out of it while I'm preparing it.
Yeah.
Real blood.
Yeah. We don't keep an awful lot of meat on hand, but we always go to the butcher. We don't buy it in Publix or any of these grocery stores. We go to an actual butcher shop, and usually they'll give us a good deal if we're buying so many pounds of meat and so many pounds of steak and pork chops and cheese, and they'll throw in some extra cheese and whatever else. And it's usually a good deal, and we're set for 6 or 7 months before we got to go back again.
Yeah, we can't afford to go to the butchers here because they're pretty expensive, a lot more expensive than supermarkets. So we get, we live in small towns. You ask around, you find the farmers with the meat. They drop off a whole sheep, cut up. It's all sort of under the table business, but it's cheap and it's a lot better than what you get in the shop.
Yeah, my wife's real particular. She likes steak, primarily prime rib, and hamburger. So she's not into lamb or goat or sheep or anything else. She just, likes her thing. So I have the variety of meats.
All right, Pat, if you want to test your budget, feed her a couple of Scotch fillet steak sandwiches with a bit of potatoes sliced up thinly, fried, and onion, and a bit of bacon. And then you're going to be stuffed because all she's going to want to eat is Scotch fillet steak. I tell you, Scotch fillet's lovely, boy. I just had it for dinner tonight. Melts in your mouth. You don't want to overcook it. You want to be a couple of minutes on each side, thinly sliced, so you can just melt in your mouth.
Definitely. If you look in our freezer and you see anything other than steak, it's for me. She doesn't eat fish. She definitely doesn't eat squirrel or rabbit, which is sad. And I keep telling her, one of these days, when everything crashes, you'll be coming to me for some squirrel.
I've never eaten a squirrel.
They're good.
Down here in Florida, the squirrels are little bitty wispy things and their tails look like feathers. But up north, the squirrels are the size of house cats or bigger. They're beefy. You got 2 squirrels you're feeding your family. Down here, you need like 10,
Your big squirrels, they sound like our possums.
Our possums are pretty good size.
Oh, you got possum? Oh, no, you got opossums. They're the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life.
They get prettier if you drink more beer.
Blah, blah, blah. Cook that up with a pot of magical mushrooms.
Oh, that would be awesome. Or just eat a piece of Park Rat fudge first.
At least you could blame the mushrooms for being sick in the morning.
Yeah, coon is good. I've had coon. I've had armadillo.
Oh, see, when I come to America, I'm gonna have to make all these videos of me eating all these foods. But
Dana, I love eating beaver.
We're gonna have to go catch them first. Oh yeah, boy, Pat, man, we can eat beaver together.
Whoa, wrong channel, guys. Wrong channel.
What? I thought you guys got heaps of beavers.
Yeah. Okay. So here in the States, beaver is also a slang for the fanny, shall we say?
All right, Pat, man, you can eat some beaver together.
That'll work.
God damn it. Catch and cook. You just eat them raw, eh, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's so funny. Everybody loves beaver. Stuffed roasted raccoon served on a platter with pine cone in his mouth. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying one of your big turkeys you got there.
They're not as delicious as you might think. They're kind of dry. You really got to pay attention how you cook them, or else you can screw one up and it's just bad.
Good morning, Mona. We actually start here on Sundays at 7:30 in the morning, so I think that's like 4:30 your time.
Yeah, it's M-rated over here, though.
Mature. Mm-hmm.
Don't let your kids watch.
Oh,
They shouldn't be awake yet.
yeah, this is definitely not the typical Saturday morning cartoon. We're all sitting here talking about eating beaver and dry turkey. Yeah.
Crusty dates.
That's it.
Mm.
Is that the 4-legged or 2-legged beaver? Either one is a delicacy. Yes. And can hit you hard in the pocketbook. Yeah.
They all got scent glands.
Yep. That's for sure. Well, it's about 5 minutes till Rob's stream, so we're going to cut out here. Let everybody have a chance to take a bathroom break real quick, get your coffee or your soda fizz going. I'm going to be co-hosting with Rob this morning. I will see y'all over there in just a few. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Thank you, Heath and Shane, for coming up on panel. Always a great time hanging out with you guys and having some laughs. Definitely appreciate it. And so, in the meantime, y'all be good and be watching for those upcoming giveaways that I'll be doing for Rattoberfest. And don't forget, there's no stream here next Sunday because I'll be off grid. And with that said, I'm out of here, and we'll see you over at Rob's in just a few minutes. Y'all be good.
Have a good one, man. Have a good one, Heath.